Theme song. Folks, I want you to sit back. I want you to relax for this episode because we have some designing work to do. We have a little bit of money to our names, and we need to just improve the hospital that we already have before we kind of expand it even more. Welcome back to Project Hospital. As you can see, right now I'm just doing some exterior stuff, just kind of getting started on every time I load up this hospital, which I'm really happy with it so far, I always look at the outside and it's always just like a dog's breakfast. So it's like, well, let's solve that now. Let's put something together here that we like, and kind of just rip through this a little bit here because we have a lot of work to do today. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff here, I'll do a little bit right now. Here is the finished hospital. It's not finished, but this is the finished grounds a little bit. Right now I'm leaving the back section here undeveloped. I haven't even put paint on the walls, which is really bad of me, but I should probably do that. But I'm going to leave this area just sort of empty for right now because I think it looks nice. It's a row of trees, it's grass, it's fine. What could be fun though is if I expanded it, more walkability and more seating areas or something back here. But there's not even any doors to go in and out yet, which we might want actually. The more I think about it, we could have a door. We could have a door here. That could be an entrance, actually, to be honest. The only issue being, we just want it not to be a main entrance. But there's some other issues that we need to deal with right away first, actually. This is yellow. What's going on here, James? What you got here? Influenza A or B. Just do a temperature measurement. See if we can figure that out. Okay. I'm not too worried about that right now, but we have 29, almost 30 people waiting in this cramped waiting room. This looks like a Canadian hospital right now, so we need to deal with that. Okay, go to. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, wait, what's the difference here? Infection of humans. It's commonly known as the flu. It's an infectious disease comes with the influenza virus family. So, yes, we know which one it is because I don't have infectious diseases. We've heard about that before. Differential diagnosis is probably the main thing I need. I really don't think that serologic sampling. It probably will tell us, but I don't think they would ever do that for influenza A or B. I don't know. I've never had a blood test when I had the flu. They just say you have the flu, and they're like, go. Get over it. Maybe it's because I'm still a bit young. I might live forever. So maybe that's why. Anyway, loving what we've done so far. I'm loving the clutter. I'm loving some of the stuff here. But we still have this problem to solve. And we have some room to solve it. So let's take a look here. First of all, this one is set to be another doctor's office. So I'm going to go ahead and copy it. It'd be nice to just start again and make a new one. But we don't have time today. So we're just going to copy the design over there and maybe here too. Okay, let's do that. Let's get two more doctors in here. So let's grab this and move it. Grab this and move it. Now, how thick is this? That's a 4x if I've ever seen one. So in terms of, actually 4 wide hallway is fine. So we can put an entrance there. So I'm going to keep that as is. So we're going to get rid of this wall here. This wall, we don't have to get rid of that one. Let's get rid of this. There we go. Got rid of all the walls here. I really like the garden now. I like every time you boot up the game and you're looking at a sort of a messy exterior, it's nice to have it sort of finished. But I'd like to do something here. So we'll do a little bit of that in a second. But first, I want this hospital running. So let's grab the prefab again. We'll just copy it over. I think it was about there. There we go. So this is going to make, it's not like the best situation just yet. Because what it's going to do is make a very wide hallway here. But we're not overly worried about that right now. Right now, I just want to kind of make sure people are getting seen. And the most common people that we have coming in are my, patients for the doctor. Okay, let's remove those windows. And then I think, let's flip it around here. Bring up the wall. Do we have a matching... I wonder if we could, though. Okay, so how frequently do we want... Oh, I like the double windows, to be honest. So if we did a double window here, which I know we're not going to because we're about to put a door there, but we're going to do that here. So that kind of feels good. And then 1, 2, whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4 in between the sides. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we want to put a window here and a second one next to it to continue that design. And then up here, could we have 2 windows? We could if we wanted to move some stuff around, but I don't mind. I mean, like I said earlier, this is one of my favorite labs that I've made. Although they would have windows, wouldn't they? What else? What could we do here? Sometimes I feel like I stutter or something. What could we do here? Let's like move this over to let's get this whiteboard somewhere. Gotta put the whiteboard somewhere. Right there, maybe? Oh, for heaven's sake, I can't see. Put the whiteboard there. And then when we bring our walls down, oops. Because I think it was yellow anyway. So it was like we couldn't do anything with that one anyway. Then we can put this one here. There we are. Now I believe that makes room for double windows right here. And it's like, it's a lab. I've seen labs with windows. Let's not be silly now. Oh, whoops. Okay, hang on. Got to move some stuff. So I'm going to move this poster over here. So I'm going to move this poster to like here for a second. And then I need to put a window there. And then I need to delete this window. Grab that poster, put that there. We could curve the thing around, but I like having the posters instead of having upper cabinets. Okay, let's rotate back around and make sure that matches. Oh, there we go. See, like this is the kind of good work that you want us to be doing right now. There we go. And then we come down here and we're going to turn this into a hallway. Maybe we keep I don't know, the staff only door, but maybe we could keep it as like a little bit of a passageway, like an airlock. I'm going to sell that. So let's go with old hospital doors, I think. Just like this one, yeah. Old hospital doors. This way. Maybe they open in. No, they probably open out. There we go. I'm literally going to keep that as it is now because there's something about it that just feels old, and I like that. It feels like, all right, you're coming through here. This is an older part of the hospital or whatever. All right, then let's grab our eyedropper tool. Let's go into floor mode here. Grab our eyedropper tool. Copy that over. Don't need to copy that. Maybe go into planning here. Where's that? Doctor planning. There we are. Let's expand this corridor because if for those of you that don't know this, if anything that's uncolored, whatever, like assigned, the janitors will put it the lowest priority. So this is at the very bottom of their list to go and clean in here. Even so, this would be higher on their priority, even though it's not assigned to them. Okie dokie. We have 2 more doctors offi, which is the plural of office, by the way. So let's get 2 more doctors. Acute medicine, diagnosis. Like that's a pretty good one. We're making okay money, I think. Let's get Dr. Harris. It's a bit of a slow poke. He's an early bird. Let's get Dr. Harris. Let's get him. Let's get him. He was very good at his job. Now, this person's nuts, but with dirty little feet. Which is like, just keep your shoes on. Oh, very dirty shoes. Okay, leaves dirt everywhere. See, to me, that's weird. It's like, where are you coming from? Or like, don't walk on the grass when you're on your way to the hospital. Like, walk on the sidewalk. Like, all I'm saying is, Dr. Lewis here, this should be a solvable problem that we could have with a quick meeting or just like kind of lightly ribbing him in the staff room. And he's a hard worker, so I do like him for that. Anesthesiology. He seems like he's got a lot of stuff going on. He's pretty expensive. Christopher Garcia, acute medicine, diagnosis, general medicine. And then these two, oh my goodness, they are just brand new. Again, I don't even know, are you supposed to call them interns? I think I said that in the last episode, that I don't understand them being called interns. I thought they were residents or something. Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me because I refuse to Google it. All right, there we go. Or do you say Gemini it now? I can't remember. All right, there we are, folks. We've got this. Let's do a little decoration. Let's have a little bit of fun out here before we get going on our labs. But we don't have a lot of time, so let's get to it. So I'm thinking, what if we made this a plaza? Pow. Okay. Now, that's not as fun as what we had a second ago. But let me cook. All right, let me cook. What if there's some dirt, though? So let's add in like a planter box, basically. What if it came out like this? Down a bit. Very good. And then this one is out to here, and then maybe there. Okay, what if that's interesting? What if we love this for a little seating area maybe? Maybe I fence it off too. I'm not sure yet. What you'll notice here is that with these front gardens, I didn't fence it off because I don't find that a lot of hospitals or like public grounds, large buildings, they sometimes will fence things off, especially like, okay, around vehicles and parking garages or whatever. And these trees are being protected because they're along the sidewalk. Fine. But you're not going to see, it's not like they fence off every gardening bed. And there's already a fence back here. So let's play with this and see if we like it first. I wish we had little lights. Actually, there is this street lamp, which are kind of funky looking. We could put them in here just to see what that looks like. And then we want to put a bench here, or maybe 2 benches here. What would that look like? Ooh, what would that look like? Just a couple of benches. Now I kind of want to put a fence here. I know I'm going back on my word, and you're all like, but you just said. But it's like, well, let's at least create a seating area. And then maybe some flower box. Maybe. You got to make calls sometimes. That's what it comes down to. You got to make calls. What we're trying to do here is just get an idea for what we want to see in here. And then we're going to fill this in with plants, I think. I think that's kind of nice. I think that's a good little area. We could put a garbage can here, maybe. That's sort of not quite calling for it around here. Huh. I don't know why, but I fully love that. I don't know why, but I'm in love with it. And we've got another garbage can here. Love placing the garbage cans around. It's also a wish that I have. Like, this is a little bit a little chunky. This, maybe we put, okay, hang on. We could even move that fountain. I don't know if I want a fountain there anyway. Put the fountain nestled in the plants. So it's not necessarily fully symmetrical. But yeah, what I was saying is I have this little personal vendetta against like the lack of public garbage cans. Because and here's what it is. It's like, not to sound like an old man, but it's like, I pay my taxes. So what are you doing with my taxes? They're like, oh, we can't afford to pick up garbage anymore. It's like, well, what can you afford? What are you doing with all that money I'm giving you? All right, let's stop that for now. Let's get a small tree in. Yeah, I don't want to be super symmetrical, but at the same time, it is a planned area. Tall tree. Like, this has been planted by... Oh, crap. Maybe move it over a bit there. I just want it to be a little separate from that. I mean, it looks quite separate, but... Okay. Visually, that's gonna be happier for me to look at. But what I'm saying is, yeah, like, they've some architects or whatever, like, they hired somebody to do some design work here. Tall tree, young tree, just a little baby tree. Maybe just another one. Oh, look at this. Look at this bad boy. Look at that. Look at that thick papa right there. Oh, we've got a bunch of those. Maybe another tall tree? These thuys or whatever? Wait, what is that name? A thuya. Well, you better get a lawyer if you're planning on, if you want a thuya. I'm sorry. I'm a tired dad, okay? I don't know how long I can use that excuse for. We could put them here. Let's see what that looks like. So there's a little bit of cohesiveness to the design. There is still kind of is. It's just like somebody put a fountain there a little while ago, and I think that's cute. Because you're going to want to see birds, bird bathing it up and stuff. It's like a whole thing. These medium bushes I really like for this area, but this is... interesting. This is going to fight me, maybe. What can I place here? I can place flower pots, which is fine. Bushes. Small flowers. We'll do the small flower. We'll do the tall flowers. We'll do the tall flowers because that's going to look really nice. And then again, I think what I've done wrong here maybe is it looks a little clashy. Like, you tell me in the comments if we should just make these all the same color of flower. I don't hate it. It's a little bit like there's been no plan. Whereas here it's like this looks like more like they hired an actual gardener. So I could make these all the same color. But to that end, let's go like Some nice, a little pop of red right there. That looks nice. And then maybe, can I put a medium bush back? I really like the way it spills out and overlaps itself. Although, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, I wonder if this is a downloaded one. Because it looks just a little bit like the art style is just a hair different than the base game. I might be wrong about that. Let's get some yellow flowers right there. Oh, that looks real nice. Now that just looks beautiful. All right, we'll do something there. Yellow flowers, maybe some more height back here. Or no, I like that it comes down. Maybe with a purple of some kind. Okay, there we are. I mean, it's very, like, and again, you know, there's not much I can do about it, right? It's very Northwest, you know, Pacific Northwest. And it's like, well, that's what I grew up around, and that's what I know. So what I'm doing and seeing a lot of is a lot of cluttered, like lots of plants, basically, just very heavy on plant, flower layouts, and not. I would argue, like, yeah, not very, like, not super clean. Do you know what I mean? It's just like a bit of a cacophony of plants. Although some of the classier places these days will have them spread out more, but there we go. So it's a little bit of a cluster there, but it's created this nice little sitting area by the hospital. I wish we could expand the waiting area and just like put it out here so they can sit outside. Let's see if we can cut. I mean, I don't know. We've added 32. We've added 2 more doctors. Does this one have a doctor on it? Yes, it's got a doctor. Oh, no. Mark Jones, we don't have time for a patient that's collapsing. Where are you? Oh, you're on the 2nd floor. Oh, good Lord. I hope somebody's coming to get you. Okay. Oh, we love you. Great work, Linda and Jordan. Okay, so, I mean, there's no other major issues in the hospital right now. Ignore that and ignore that. So we're just going to go ahead and build to our heart's content. This building here, I think, is our last remaining lab, so we should definitely get that up and running. Wait, Mark Jones, why? Waited too long. Oh, hang on. Wait, why did he wait so long? Okay, so they're stabilizing him now. And I have nurses down here. The hospital, yeah, the ambulance of shame is coming to get him. And I have doctors here. So wait, why didn't they come and get this guy? Did I not put him in the right thing or something? No, surely controlled by doctors. TC hospitalization was an active treatment, but he waited too long. Oh, he's an acrobat too. I mean, he needs to get good care. I understand that. I just don't understand why we weren't able to do anything about him. Because my whole trauma ward is like just chilling. That's weird. All right, we'll follow up with that later. But right now we have more important fish to fry, which is I want to spend more of my own money. So right away, histology lab, I'm thinking it's kind of the same, right? So like, how can we make it different? Well, I'm not too sure, but we should still create, I think, a separate isolation room. So I want to do that. We've got the windows here, so maybe it's not so much an isolation room. Oh, actually, we could do something interesting here, which is make an isolation room right here, which is pretty narrow. I mean, they've got the double wide hallway, so that's not too bad. So if we put a little isolation room here, this could be kind of, generate something interesting, where we go with a glass door here in the corner like that. It tends to not look amazing, but then we're going to go glass walls in here. So what are we going to do in here? Well, let's take a look. What are our options for, like, what's the nastiest stuff? Half lab desk, lab glassware, lab analyzer could be good. So I think it's going to be more, sample storage. It's going to be more of an RP thing where we're just role playing the fact that like we're storing some stuff in here. So it's like, oh, well, maybe some of the stuff that's like cold or needs, some airflow maintenance. Like you can't have stuff going too crazy in here. Let's give them like a lab table in the corner and sample storage. How much money do I have? 88 doubloons. Okay. Sample storage like this. Or do we want to put the table there? And it's just selfish. It's just so that I can see the fun designs that I'm doing. Okay, let's do a biohazard bin in the corner of this here. Let's do a yellow one, just because I just never use it. We'll put a yellow one in there too, because it's like this is specifically for the sample room. And then I'm thinking we would have an equipment cabinet. I wish you could put the... Oh wait, hang on. What if we get rid of this? What if we do an equipment, like a standing equipment cabinet or something right there? I mean, wall mounted is fine. It's easy, but it might look good. That's what I'm thinking, right? Where is it? Here we are. Equipment cabinet tall. Something like this, maybe? In there. Then, do we want anything on the table? Maybe nothing crazy, but we could do, like glassware here in the corner. And then a small chunk of glassware. Maybe this one. I like that. That looks good. There. So this is sort of our isolation room. And then we might wall that up with some... let's do this tile on the inside here. There we go. So that one's walled up. I think I'm going to keep this white wall instead of putting the tile in here. Because, I don't know, it's just like... We're going for a very slightly different vibe in the histology lab. The reason being, I don't know why. We're doing it. I'm going to go for a lab sink like this, and have a sanitizer station here as well, which again, I just hate that it always moves. Oh, there we go. Okay, so if you click out of the room, it reorders the search area again, so that's kind of nice. And then I'll put a biohazard bin under here, so this is kind of like just like a little cleaning area. We could put like an info board over there, I guess, but does that look too... Because like you wouldn't want anything to fall down into that. So it might be more of a poster vibe there. Oh, disinfectant tools, that's cool. Maybe a chartboard, maybe just a calendar. I think I like a calendar for right here. That's cute. Let's go with the summer calendar. Oh yeah, those are the vibes. I love it. Okay, great. So what we need are positions to work at. So let's click back into this to reorder the search bar here. And let's go with the lab desks on maybe... I mean, gray seems to be the usual. Let's go green. You know, the color of stuff you would do at histology. No, but see, okay, histology, is that blood? Or it's genes, I guess. But if you're dealing with blood, and the table is green, maybe it pops out a bit easier, and you're like, oh, there's that, there's that blood I was working on. Okay, there we go. So let's go for that, and the lab cabinet to go next to it. So the ones that don't have the doors are for staff to use, like researchers and stuff. So, let's see here. Let's turn this on a corner. Oh, I'm going to have to wall this all up. My goodness, such bad design. You kind of don't want the windows to be, like that. And I want them, if I put chairs there, I'm not going to be able to put chairs. Okay, so let's move all this onto this side. So that I can have some stations back to back here. Yeah, okay, so eyedropper. Grab this bad boy like this, and eyedropper that next to it, so we can have like 2 stations here, and I think they just get stools, unfortunately. What about a green stool? You get 1 green and a black stool. So, because what I like the ideas of the staff coming in, and they see, and it's like, oh, Jared's using the green stool. Like, that's the comfy one. So I like that idea. A little bit of extra storytelling, All right, laptops, of course. So that should provide me with two lab people, which I think is enough. But if it's not, we can always just sort of redesign things a little bit. They need a medical centrifuge, which could be right in the entrance here, which is definitely, that's not something I've seen before. Centrifuge right there. Maybe another one. They're expensive, right? Okay, so now what we need, though, is a stool analyzer. Gross. And so maybe they shouldn't be green, but whatever. And we need a microscope. Oh, and a lab analyzer. How big is the lab analyzer? It's sizable, but that's not bad. Okay, so we go back to our standard look here. Oh, that's a bummer. We can't see some of the fun stuff. Okay, that's fine. I think we need... I'm trying to avoid cabinets, mainly because somebody in the comments was like, it looks the same. So we're changing it up a little bit. We'll go a lab desk, I think, would probably do the trick here. Maybe one over, just give a little bit of distance between that cabinet thing. And then we need a small printer, so we'll put the printer there. And then we need a microscope. Okay, let's put the microscope. I've got a plan. I'm going to grab these and put those on. I think the microscope should be kind of next to where they're working. So let's grab this thing. Like, that's something you're going to set it and forget it. You're going to set a program for on those two devices. And you're going to be like, yeah, I want you to, get back to me with the results on whatever you're kind of studying. It's going to probably 2 microscopes, to be honest. And then we do need to clutter things up a little bit with some glassware, etc., some pipettes, if you will. So let's go wall-mounted lab shelf. Could do 3 if we wanted, but we won't. We're going to do a chartboard right there. How about... So it's in decorative, I think. Chartboard, info board. Where's my chartboard? Oh, it's not. No, it's in general. General medical. There we go. So that looks good there. I bet we could put a mobile equipment cabinet or something there. I don't know if we need it though. So those are the nice to haves, which we already have placed a bunch of them. Can put an equipment table here, and then on that equipment table we can get a bunch more like pipettes, etc., or whatever they're called, labby things. What looks good? Some small glassware. I don't think you wouldn't, it doesn't fit anyway. Okay, so that's the only one that fits. Perfect. All right, we've got ourselves a little lab here. It looks the correct amount of cluttered. Do you know what I mean? It's got to have a bit of clutter. If it's not cluttered, then it's not a real hospital, but you don't want it to be overwhelming. So that's got 2 positions in our histology lab. Maybe as we go, we can just assign some histologists here. So let's get like 1 histologist and see how that goes. So biochemistry, USG, advanced biochem is good, I think. I'm going to go for Jane Smith. She's going to get better. She's going to train up. She has a long commute, but she's got real clean feet. Really like how clean she keeps. She's like a sneakerhead. Okay, so that's histology. That means I believe that our medical lab is fully operational when my friends have arrived. So that's feeling pretty good. We could potentially look at this room and target it for some more stuff later on, another lab or something. But for right now, I think we need to move into radiology. We got to get as many of these up and running as we can in today's episode, so that we're better suited for the future episodes, obviously. So right away, I'm going to look at this one for some reason, the CT scanner. This thing is going to cost me how many thousands of doubloons? 34,000 doubloons. I'm kind of thinking, hear me out. I sort of feel like dancing. I feel kind of like placing this last. And the reason for that is then I go through, I design all these rooms. Let's sell this stuff and see what kind of money we get for it. I place everything in the rooms, and then the last thing I do, just in case we go into mad debt, is place these big expensive items. Because all I need is enough money to place one, then the other one can send me into massive debt. And that one's 50,000 doubloons too. My goodness. Are they ever not messing around? Now, with both of these rooms, I believe if you look at the prefab, they have little isolation areas where you can kind of go. That might be tricky, because normally you want to be able to look down and see their head. We could go that way, though. No, apparently we can't. So you kind of want the isolation room to be at the base of it. Okay, well, what about the MRI? What if we put the MRI room here? Nah, I think the MRI room is it's a big device in a big room. So I think, yeah, we're going to keep our CT scanner in here. I think we're just going to go like this. And it's just easier to access from this if we put an isolation room right here. Okay, now let's put a door there. And I think we can go with the glass motif for visibility. You know what? No, the opposite of that, actually. I'm going to go... I'm going to go the opposite of that. X-ray door... No, because it doesn't... It's not really X-rays, is it? I'm going to go with a regular old wooden door. And then, of course, viewing windows here. Oop, what have I done? Oh, I don't need that one. viewing windows here because then they can kind of look out and see their patient from there. But it just feels like an older room this way. And I kind of like that for us, that it's just a bit of an older room. So let's go with one of these ratty old things. Green is fine. Maybe purple for this. Just, got to change it up. Office chair. Classic blue. It's going to really kind of clash. Let's go the white one. Anyway, it's going to clash but a little bit less maybe. And not a laptop. Yeah, you should have an old clunker of a machine here. Radiology viewer you could have. That wasn't even that expensive. I love it. Mobile equipment cabinet in here. I mean, there's quite a lot of room in here for stuff, so that's kind of nice. But maybe we put it along this room here, or that wall. Make sure this can still fit. I think that works. I think that looks good. If we go blue with it, maybe we should change. I like blue for this. It feels medical, so I'm going to go here. I'm going to change this to a darker blue, I guess. Just so it's not as clashy. Okay, what else would you have in the CT room? Oh, equipment cabinets, which obviously we didn't need because we have our mobile one, but I'm just going to like dress up the space a little bit here with one of these. Make it blue. Ooh, weird color. Weird color, bro. Yeah, medical cream color in there. Floor, let's go with like some sort of like, maybe not white, but like a vinyl flooring or something. What's this? Dark colored tile. Like a blue? What does that look like? 240 doubloons to test it out. Oops. Place objects. It's a little blue on blue, isn't it? I don't hate it, though. There's something about that I don't mind. Floors. Let's go back to our flooring here. Tile. I'm going to commit to it. I want to see what happens if I commit to something that silly. I want to see what I learn. Okay, now, should we have the same kind of a muted wall? Let's see what that looks like. So that was in here somewhere, I think. It's like this one. Oh, heavens. Not that. There we go. Maybe. That's a big maybe for me. I don't mind it. I think it helps something with the rays. You don't want a lot of rays bouncing around in here. Okay, let's see. What else do we want in here? A fridge? No. Oh, you probably want a fridge in like one of the labs, though. I don't mind a fridge here. I bet that cost me a lot of money just because I feel like having a fridge in the lab. That's so dumb. Okay, so in this room, we don't really need anything else, but I kind of want to jazz it up here a little bit. We got to get going with some, first of all, disinfectant at the door. I guess not a garbage can or whatever, but you kind of always need one. I just feel like it's always useful to have those around. Defibrillator on the wall, maybe like on the wall here, just to make sure. I mean, we got to be careful, right? We're spending a lot of our money. The last thing I want to place, I think, so if I think about it this way, the last thing I want to place is the CT machine, or the MRI machine, which is 50. So I have 69,000 doubloons, so I actually need to leave 35,000 doubloons in the bank, otherwise I won't be able to finish both these rooms. So we do need to be slightly careful, but as you probably have guessed, I'm not being that careful. How about, here's what I'm thinking. You walk in, I assume you'd have your, you'd have a hospital gown. That's one thing that the game doesn't take into account is like, where do the people put their stuff? You know, somebody in hospital, you heard me, hospital, explain to me where people put their stuff when they come in to, go get a CT or an MRI. Because if you're not hospitalized, ostensibly if you're hospitalized, then you've got your stuff like in the bedside cabinet, I guess, shoved in a corner. But I guess what I'm getting at is maybe we need lockers. The only problem with lockers, then, they'd have to be wooden cupboards. Which, don't I have? I thought I had a wooden coat thing. It might not look that is like hotel vibes. And there's still metal on it. So you shouldn't put it in the MRI room, probably. But also, would I put it in the CT room either? I don't know. Like, just two chairs over here. Move this to there. Change that color to a blue. So you know which room it's supposed to be in. Does this still fit? Yes. Now, don't be too mad with me, but I did actually look at the prefab, and one solution to my storage thing that it offered is they put in cabinets with doors. So I think I'm going to do that here. We're going to put it like right here in this room here. So then when you put the MRI or the CT machine in here, ostensibly the idea, have I said that a lot this episode? I'm not sure. The idea is they would be able to deposit some of their stuff in that sort of cupboard. And then there's also maybe a non-magnetic way to have some other, what the heck is going on out here? Oh dear. They would have a non-magnetic way, I guess, to store some supplies, etc. We should make a call on the exterior of this building, but I don't know if we're going to do that this episode. Now, where was the internal room here? I'm going to go, well, I'm keeping it now. Sometimes you get those happy accidents. That's what we call them here. That's what, I invented that, not Bob Ross. Okay, so we have our MRI room with the blue floor, hauntingly blue, if you ask me. Not sure how I feel about it, but here's where we're at. Let me go eyedropper tool to get this wall finished off here. There we go. Oh, for heaven's sake, that didn't work. Eyedropper tool. I thought that would do there. Nope. Okay, I don't know. All right, what's going on here? Where's the thing I'm looking for? It's a full green, full teal. There we are. Okay. The next room, good Lord with the camera. The next room here is the MRI room. Again, we need to keep, we need our budget to be just over 35,000 doubloons so that we can purchase this bad boy and then have $10 left to allow us to purchase the MRI, throwing us into massive debt. I think it'll be worth it, though. I'm going to do the same thing here where it's like we're not going rich with it, right? We're going to go sort of old school, older hospital kind of vibes. Same thing with here with this table. Let's just change up the color because we're here to like a gray and get a stool there, I think. It's a black stool maybe. And in here, what do we need? We need radiology viewers, so we can put those across. I can put one here. One here, maybe. I don't know. It's kind of nice. And then we're gonna get a cheap PC. Got to have the cheap PC. Then there's the MRI. I'm also going to copy the sort of cabinet idea because I just really it's a strong idea. I like the having somewhere to store your things. I'm gonna grab eyedropper tool. I'm gonna grab a chair in the corner, and maybe we can get a. Let's go back here. There we are, a biohazard bin in the corner. There we are. Now, there are two windows in here. I wonder if maybe we need to board those up, potentially. And we also are not putting these two windows in here. We may have to board these up. I don't think I've ever seen windows in an MRI room. Oh, that did not do what I thought. I hit control instinctively, and I continued to do it because I was like, I think this is actually what I need. Oh, I think I needed a medical equipment cabinet too, don't I? Let's go for a black one over here in the corner. There we are. Maybe another defib. Just in case. You never know. And then perhaps in here, make it general so I can find the disinfectant dispenser. Gotta always kind of have a disinfectant dispenser in this room. Okay, so do I want a black wall in here? Maybe not so much. Maybe we could go with a tile. What does a tile look like? It's okay. It's interesting. We'll go tile. And then we're going to go with that cream whatever floor. And then, oh, for heaven's sake. Gross. Gross. It just keeps getting worse. Oh, somebody take me away from this place. Which color am I using that I'm not using here? It's not that one. Am I taking crazy pills? I think I am. Okay, well, it is what it is. Let's have like a notice board in here or something, just to like break up the monotony. You heard me, the monotony of this area. So I'm gonna go to decorations here. I'm gonna grab, make sure it's, hang on, do this, there we go. And yeah, make sure it's on general. Maybe a chart board could look good here too. Maybe put this thing inside the door. Because it's cool, but, you know, I like being able to see some more interesting stuff. Perhaps a fire extinguisher. Because, like, here's the thing. What if they're in the MRI and they have tattoos and they link together and short circuit the machine and cause a fire? You never know. Somebody tell me in comments, by the way, if there is usually windows in an MRI machine. I'm not sure. Okay, so we have our CAG, I believe that's called. We've got our MRI and our CT ready. We have 64,000 doubloons left. Can we get 2 of these rooms standing up? I don't know if we can. These rooms, I kind of wanted to make them more casual, although I see you need an exam table still. Judging by the look of this stuff, we're still looking at a pretty standard, like a doctor room, basically. Let's go for a steel table maybe and a desk. Let's do like a desk right here. Do we want it to be a color? What about it? What if it was like that kind of a color? Yeah, I like that desk because it's not amazing, right? That's what I like about it, I think. A green chair. Well, it's so clashy. We're getting a little carried away, I think, sometimes with our desire to have, and I know I'm saying our desire, but I know it's me. But we're getting carried away with the desire to have an eclectic, cheap-looking hospital, which we should be careful about. So let's get a PC here. I'm going to give them one of these PCs because this is like slightly fancier in here. And maybe there's windows. I don't know. Oh, yeah, there's windows. Okay. In the center of each of these folds, there's a window. I don't think you're going to see a window in the X-ray room, but you'll definitely see one here and here and here. There we go. So you've got a window in here. Room-wise, what do we like? Let's make it the same peachy color that we have here. Maybe with like that. I think we're going to like something like this. Where it's like a little bit of a... Yeah, I just think there's something about this room that I envision as being a little more tame, a little more like, hey, come on and relax. Like, this is just a very soft procedure, not an incredibly invasive procedure. There's not a big humming machine whirring around your face. Maybe we even go like with a wood floor. What do we think of that? I'm gonna try this. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, and yet do I ever? Right? So let's go with this. Let's get a. I guess we can have a red table in here. Oh, it kind of needs to be in the center of the room a little bit. It needs a little bit of space. My goodness. Oh, you are requesting a lot. So there we go. We've got that. It's still saying blue. Oh, great. Okay, this is good to know. It's telling me what I'm missing. E, G. Oh, dude, this is actually a busy room. We should have almost given it a bigger space. Well, we could. Here's the thing. We could, because we could make this, whatever this room is, the sonography unit. But I feel like I think we should just push. We should just keep going and see if we can get this done with the tiny space that we have. I wanted to give a little bit of privacy, though. Is that still possible, do you think? Not really. I would like to see more privacy involved in it. Okay, but it's going to make this room not usable or something, potentially. Privacy screen can be placed here, but will block access to another object. So we straight up can't do a privacy screen, I don't think. Wonder if we could do a privacy screen. Hang on, let's get back into this here. Where did they go? There we are. If we could do it right up against the door? Yeah, but that's not going to block anything. Oh, is that a thing? I wonder if I just call it a day at that. Move this over. Move this over here. This one here. I don't know. This is, you can tell this is one of my favorite rooms ever. I don't really know. What about a paper holder instead of a printer? I like that. Mobile equipment cabinet, okay. Or just an equipment cabinet, so we could have one back here. No, we can't, not really. Well, let's put that in the corner there like this. And then I think we need a lab analyzer. It's putting that as a yellow, so not 100%. We definitely need a USG, which goes right there. Let's put it on a red, I think, like that. We need a lab analyzer and a ECG. So where's like that metal table? That's the one I want. Lab desk. Found it. Okay, so put it here. Put this on an angle like so. Kind of like that though. I like this rakish angle for it. Move this over one, put it back. Keep that on that wall there. Okay, this room is tight. I don't know about this room. I don't know how we feel about this room, folks. And a lab analyzer, and of course they need a biohazard bin. All right, what's going on with this bed? It's saying it's not getting what it wants. Does that need to be there? Okay, let's move that out of the way. Oops. Okay, so it needs a equipment table, apparently right there. Why? And this needs to be next to it. Maybe I can't have these privacy screens. Ah, there it is. It has to be back there. Oh boy, this room is leaving much to be desired. Let's at least make there to be a path around here. I think we need this lab analyzer back in. It's saying yellow, so it's not exactly required, but what if I put another equipment table in here? Just like this, and get that lab analyzer in there. Yes, it's crowded. Oh, for heaven's sake, I have one here. Well, let's, whoops. Okay. That room is tough. That was a tough room here, folks. And it's only going to get tougher as we need, yet again, some more stuff. Shockwave therapy. I really hate that we just went and bought that again. I'm sure some of you are screaming at your screens. But that's okay. We'll sell those, and we're going to get a mobile equipment cabinet in here. Or, no, again. We can use an equipment cabinet. Where is the... We can go wall-mounted with it just for fun. Let's get a different vibe in here. Let's go wall-mounted. We need another exam table, though. Let's put that there. Oh, that's kind of nice there. I like that all of a sudden. It's like a blue table, I guess. I don't know if we need to constantly change the color of our table, you know? Let's go there. Now let's see what it needs. It needs a USG. Blue. Let's just theme it, because here's the thing. You probably made a right. I always say this when you're thinking about the storytelling of your building, of your sim, and you're like, well, they've obviously done some kind of work towards. Oh, it has to. Oh, it's directional. They've done some kind of work towards getting a contract, getting stuff that they need in their hospital. So they've probably went to a company to get what they. To get their order filled, and they're not going to give them like different colored stuff. I mean, I should think they wouldn't. Now, this I could have the privacy screen in, just because. Maybe. Do they not need a desk? Oh, they need a kitchen sink. Okay, and a laptop PC, or I mean a computer. Give them a computer over here. Can I put a stool here, though? I don't know if I can put a stool up there. You can. Oh, I love that for me. There we are. So this room's a little more technical. We're going to go with the same flooring, though, because I want to put these people at ease, especially because it's their tickers that we're working on, right? I'm just going to put 2 windows in there because I think we're going to want 2 windows from afar, and again, we would close those blinds when the person hops up on the thing, and it's on the 2nd floor, so you're kind of good up there. Now, do we have? Okay, so we still need a kitchen sink apparently, so we could put a counter underneath the equipment thing that we just put in there. Here, let's go like this. There we are. Cabinet with doors. Put that under there. Maybe a lighter brown. Saying yellow, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. There we are, and now we need a kitchen sink there. We are missing a biohazard bin, so we can put that under here. Paper holder and or a printer. Let's get a printer here. And there we go. We have ourselves an operational sonography unit, cardiography unit, CT and MRI room, which are almost ready. We also have our finished lab over here, which just looks, I mean, honestly, this is one of my more favorite builds. It'll never beat this one. This is basically my favorite room in the entire hospital right now. It's just one of my favorites. Both of these rooms are ready to go, so I think there's nothing left to do except for replace the CT, which I was going to do a blue one here. All right, so that's going to go right about there. Feels good. I have 7,000 doubloons left. Let's get our MRI placed. It's also going to be blue. I don't mind that. We're going to go blue. Boom. We are 41,000. Oops. 1,000 doubloons in the hole now. But we have a hospital able to function. Ooh, gross. No floor design in our hair. Oh, wait. We don't have any money. Right. I forgot. This isn't like 2 Point Hospital where the floors are free. So we have to build out of a $41,000 hole to be able to paint the floor in our x-ray room. But, oh wait, do we? Oh crap, it costs me money to hire people, doesn't it? I think you can hire anyway. So let's go radiology, 43%, slow night owl, let's not do that. Long commute, fast metabolism, rest levels decrease slower, 31%. Dr. Mary, you're our person. I love that you can overhire. You can hire further into debt, so that's good to know. 3 hidden traits. Hard worker, does not take breaks. 9% on radiology, though. That's pretty brutal. She will get better. That's going to lead to a lot of mistakes, but it's cheap. You know what? To the people watching this, I apologize. Doctors are not objects. This could be a stupid idea. Dirty little feet. And a long commute, John Williams. I don't think so, dude. One of these could be good. Resistance, USG 14. Let's go. Uses free time to study. Love that. And let's get our sonography running. So now we have an operational entire hospital. And I think this is going to really help us and actually provide more funds. However, if not, we got to be really careful, and we need to get rid of some people. All right, folks, we now have an operational hospital. Let's see if this is going to make any dents. What's going on here? James Williams needs something. We still haven't decided if it's A or B. We could do a nasal cavity inspection and maybe a chest auscultation. I need to figure out... No, physical exam. Let's do that one. I need to figure out how to get differential diagnosis. Doctor is not qualified to prescribe. I think we need to look at our doctors and see what we need to add. 35 patients waiting. That is not good. Jordan Allen, we've lowered it to either a chest, leg, or clavicle or mandible fractures. So we lowered it to nothing. It's something on his body. He has tenderness, swelling, redness, pain, and it's maybe everywhere. I feel like he would just be like, "Oh, it's my arm." It could be thrombolytis, though. That could be the problem. So what do we want to find out here? Imaging modality that creates image the internal organs and bones. CT scan the guy. Let's do it. I mean, we bought the darn thing. We follow Jordan Allen as he makes his way to the second floor here. I'm going to follow his whole path. I'm going to learn about Jordan Allen. Oh, no, he's lost in the elevator. Clinic is about to... yeah, unfortunately, you might have to. Procedures have finished. Okay, Rachel Allen and her husband are here. Okay, finished. Last it was interview. The patient is waiting for you to plan another diagnosis. I've read that already. It's one of these. Laryngitis. Okay, so let's go for a laryngoscopy and a physical exam and a chest auscultation. Thank you. Now, where's Jordan Allen, your husband? Here he is. That elevator moves slow, I'm realizing. Okay, he's headed to go get the CT. He was called up right away. We love that for us. Okay, the doctor, she's asking him to get down there. Let's see. Hopefully, is this one of our bad ones? Where we did radiology 31. Not amazing, but not terrible. 31 is actually not as bad as you think in the at least sort of mid to early game that we are in. So let's see if this can help, because it's going to look at his organs and bones. And it's going to be a fairly expensive thing. Our very first CT is operating. There they are sitting in the room. I would love if the panels came up and showed us what they were looking at. Oh, they did. I didn't know it did that. Okay, that's awesome. So his head seems fine. I thought they were going to do the whole body, but maybe CT scans just do the brain? All right. Oh, no. Oh, brutal. That is bad. I do not know how to get on top of that. That is a lot of patience. I think what's happening is we have too many insurance companies for the size of hospital. So we need to fix that. Now, Jordan Allen is still waiting. The CT gave us nothing, so I shouldn't have run it, but I was kind of glad that I did because I wanted to check it out. You have a fever and tenderness, so we should do a chest and a physical exam and abdominal palpitation. Now, I think you're headed home, aren't you? Oh, Jordan Allen, I'm so sorry. We have, in fact, failed you, and probably your wife as well. You should probably leave together. Folks, do we live to die another day? I am not sure. I am simply not sure if we can make it through such a bad day. We need to figure out what was going on there. Mind you, I did add the doctors late in the game, but I think I need another room at least. Okay, we're still working on this one. Let's do a chest, an oral cavity inspection. Let's try to figure this one out. Patient numbers and insurance payments are back to normal, so that's hopefully going to help me. Now, taking a look at our budget, how did we do yesterday? We're spending a lot of money. The wages are... Oh, that's the morning wages. Okay, so our wages are going to go up here, maybe even more than this. So let's keep an eye on that. But for the most part, we are still making money. So this hospital is still working. We just need to get on top of our debt and try to figure out how to get on top of all those patients before we have a wholesale abandonment of our hospital. It's early in the morning. Our hospital is only just opened, and already we have somebody walk in the lobby and collapse. Are you from the pharmacy? Oh, Brooke Jackson from the pharmacy is running over, having been called over by Dana Smith, her best friend. Christopher Hill, we're a bit busy. Oh, you have bronchitis. Okay, we can deal with you, Christopher Hill, real quick here. So let's send you off. Get rid of you nice and early in the morning. We got a couple of wins early in the morning, but I am concerned about Fraser Thomas, and I hope we can get him the care he needs. Some of you might already be saying this in the comments below, but a rather curious thing happened where I wasn't actually able to get anybody into my trauma ward or into my hospitalization. Now it is working again, and I believe that the problem was actually over here. When I moved this room, I put all 3 doctors in the daytime and not one in the evening, which technically meant that hospitalization was broken, even though it was the middle of the day and we could have hospitalized him anyway. We've now rectified that. We have lots of nurses down here. I always hit that button. We have lots of, and one nurse up here kind of keeping an eye on the observation room. If we need more, we can staff up in this room as well. Things are going slightly better. As you can see, we're making money. However, my observation room, as feared and predicted by you, I know all of you were right, we are a little full here. Now, could we find room by moving labs around potentially? We could also throw up another floor, although I wanted to have ICU up there. But one issue I'm finding is, for example, this guy right here. Everybody else has some complicated stuff. This dude has a bruise on his foot. Okay, clinic opening hours ended. There were 12 patients waiting, so we had a bunch waiting here and a bunch waiting up here. I guess it would be nice to be able to run things into the night, to be honest with you, but that's a whole other... We have to double our staff if we're going to do that in all of the labs. So that's going to get quite expensive. However, down here, it didn't look like we sent that many people home from our general hospital. Okay, you're okay. You're being hospitalized, so you should be okay. Wait, what do you need from me? No, you're hospitalized. Or maybe you're not hospitalized. That's the problem, Lisa. We might need to hospitalize you to make sure that you can be observed. Let's hospitalize you. No free bed. Okay, that's going to be a problem. So, Lisa, we're going to keep an eye on you, but that could be bad. Really like to see the humming and drumming of the hospital. I hope foot bruise guy feels okay, because we got heart attack patients lying around all over the hospital. So we'll need to solve that and get some more beds shoved in here or something. But that's going to be tomorrow's problem, because for today, we've solved as much as we can. We've got ourselves a beautiful little area here. I like the outside. It's nice to be able to see this when you load up the save and get into your hospital again. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked the layouts. Again, this is still my favorite room of the entire hospital. And yeah, some kinks to iron out, like finding beds. But for the most part, we have a somewhat operational and somewhat profitable hospital. So if my expenses are just about 10, we've made another 5,000 doubloons today. Is it a lot? No, but we're working on it. Ew, that's a dirty floor. Oh boy. Okay, I have to hire more janitors apparently. Oh, there is no end to the drama in Project Hospital. We'll see you in the next one, everybody. What a good one.